Welcome everyone to the 6th event of this Marble Machine Mania season. This is Team Pursuit, an event from a qualifiers, and it's basically been in every season in a very weird fashion before. Here today, teams will be going one at a time just like in the qualifiers with the same format, but as you can pretty obviously see, this track is different. It's a bit different, it's a bit, actually I think a bit longer than the qualifiers track, which is sometimes nice to see, maybe not, you never know. Sky Buzzers again hold the lead in the championship over Mono, Mayhem, Killer Bees, and Pearls, which really seem to be the big four up at top, because Pearls are 12 points over the 5th place Cherry Pits right now. Let's see, High Volt Wires will be doing an example run of this event. So you want your models to stick together, as your score will be determined by the time of the third marble and the separation between the first marble and the last marble to finish. This track is at DNF heavy. Each DNF will give you 2 seconds. If more than 2 marbles DNF, you get to go a second time, but you will get an extra penalty for 2 marbles DNFing. Let's see, 23:08 for the High Volt Wires there. That's going to be your benchmark time for today. Have to see how teams stand up to that. As here's your run order: Gold Shards down to Pearls. And that order will be what we'll be seeing your teams today. As we start off, Gold Shards, the first run of the day. And off we go. Gold Shards, a team sitting very low, dead last right now actually in the championship. After a legendary 3-season run, it has not been a good time for this team. It doesn't seem to be an awful run so far, as actually some models are actually catching up to the current front two. Time looked to be around a 21. Separation didn't seem awful. 23:86. A bit worse than the High Volt Wires run, but that didn't seem exactly awful from what we've seen so far. As Gold Shards take P1 out of 1. Salt Lords now. RV's second team to go. This team a bit mid-pack right now. They're getting to the bronze and funnels recently. As this front is looking very separative. Actually, yeah, the bottom two are way far behind. It's a pretty bad time. What looks to be a pretty bad separation. 26:92, yeah. That is going to be dead last. Probably by a good few seconds. It's dead last right now, at least. Lemonade's now in run number 3. Lemonade's first time in the main league. They've been doing fairly mediocre. It's not really been offered a to get a medal, and a marble did just fall off the course. It looks like one did earlier, but one just did. They're going to get a 2-second penalty. The other 3 marbles are actually looking like they're keeping it together. As that's actually a pretty good run for those 3 marbles. 1986. That's actually the lead. 1 second separation, under 20-second time. If that DNF could definitely hurt them, as it doesn't take too crazy of a run to defeat them. 22:87 will be the lead right now. Training speeders now. This team again, pretty low in the pack. They've been like that for the past couple seasons for this team. Nothing of note so far from them. Their first run was actually pretty far ahead. Their separation isn't too good, but that time didn't seem that bad. 25:254, 23:05. That's going to get him second for now. That's pretty decent so far in the event. Killer Bees in run number 5. This team has had a pretty good season so far. They've lost lead, but they're still pretty close to it. They won a good event to shoot them up to the top, possibly. Their lead is a bit far ahead right now. The second marble overtakes that first. That was a pretty fast end there for that marble. That didn't seem that bad of a run. Under 20. Actually, that's a 22:36. That's going to give Killer Bees the lead. Pretty impressive run we saw there. Sky Buzzers now in run number 6. This team are the leaders in the standings. A few points over what is Mania Mayhem. They'll be running soon in the Killer Bees, as I mentioned. Killer Bees are in the lead right now. Skybuzzers don't do good enough here. Killer Bees could capitalize on that. That did look like a pretty decent run, however. Just counting up numbers. That is a 21-7 free. The Skybuzzers are actually going to overtake the Killer Bees and be the new leaders. Skybuzzers really trying to hold on to their championship, and they're doing a pretty good job at it. Galaxy Gliders now in run 7. This team, legendary season 3, but yet to get a medal so far in this season. Let's see the performance today. The four models pretty close together. Yeah, separation is not much even really focusing on from what I've been seeing in this event. They're not even being that slow either. It's actually a pretty impressive run. Very close together with each of the marbles. 132 separation, 21-4-6. They have taken the lead. The Galaxy Gliders are now the new leaders in this event. They're still just halfway through. Over half the teams to go. Cherry Pit's up next now. This team coming off of a gold, their first gold in their entire career in funnels. Looking like a pretty good run separation-wise, but the speed of this run's not looking too good. Can we see here in the end? First marble goes a bit ahead of the pack. It's not the greatest, really. It's actually pretty decent. 22-3. It's going to get him third for now. Can't really observe much just based on working at the run. You have to look at these numbers. Galaxy Gliders, though, just by a few tenths of a second, hold the lead over Skybuzzers and Cherry Pits. Killer Bees still maintaining a top half. Lemonades, Shiny Speeders, get Gold Shard and Soul Clubs without figuring out. Well, those are not some good runs. Savage Serpents now in run number 9. You can see from them here. A pretty close run together-wise. The back one was actually struggling a little. They drop on. Oh! I think a part of the track has fallen in some way. I don't think they'll be given any penalty, and no change will be made to the score. Because of what just happened, part of the track just kind of fell off. It was no one was on it, and no one was going onto it. Savage Serpents will not be getting any points taken off. Mono Mayhem now the hosts. Just won the last event. They are second overall. Pretty ecstatic right now for this team. Oh, they just lost a marble. That is not good for them. It's already 2 seconds off. And the separation is not looking good right here either. Because that third marble now is really dependent. They're dependent for the time. And actually, they did catch up a little. But it didn't seem like the greatest of runs. Yet, each 9th out of 10 at 24. That one almost had a pretty nasty spill, yeah. Blades of Grass in the next run now. This team doing pretty well so far. I believe they have a medal to their name. They're going down on this course. Yeah, actually they're doing pretty good in there. They're pretty close to each other. Speed-wise isn't looking too great. That's not the most important thing to look at during this event. And actually, we're doing pretty fast with the Gravitrack section. That looks like a pretty good run to me. And it's going to be third out of 11 at 21.83. Pretty good for the Blades of Grass there. That's on pace for another medal for that team. Sunrays now in run number 12. Sunrays, they had a golden event 1 and have not been showing much strong suit since. As one marble staying in that funnel. After they're getting a bit faster on the field. I don't know what that strategy is there. That was just by accident. But the first 3 marbles finished. That last one was a real straggler though. It could definitely damage the team's run there. 22-5, that's a 7th out of 12. Can't really say that was that awful of a run. Let's see, Sharktooths up in run number 13. This team has not been much really present this season. Another one of the teams that gets to the medal. Oh, I think a marble just got stuck up there. The other 3 are already done. I think a marble got stuck. Yes. That's going to be a 2-second penalty, but the other three had pretty good numbers on top of that, so... Will there be anything? Actually, no. 23-8. It's not the most strongest run for the Shark-Tooths. Feather Fantastics now in the next run in this event. Off they go. Feather Fantastics. The little marble gets stuck. It's not good. The second marble actually gets stuck. The team will have to do a redo, and a 1-second penalty will be given. They do get a second shot, however. If they fail here, the run will entirely count as a DNF. That'll be dead last for the Feather Fantastic. And a marble just fell off again. That is not good at all. The other three, though, are still alive. It's not going to be a good run either way for the Feather Fantastic. They're very separate. An absolute mess of a run here. The marble fell. What will that be? 14th out of 14. A 28.4. That was an awful run there. 3-second penalty. Roll Forest now. Roll Forest. Trying to capitalize, especially off of what we just saw, the DNF of the Feather Fantastics, and never mind, 2 marbles just got stuck, but it probably was a track defect. The track has been leaning one way. It has been fixed. Only half a second penalty will be given to the Roll Forest. They're still going to have to go again, however. It's not even that bad. It's looking pretty fast, if anything, but the separation is not looking too good here. See a 3 marble finish. The 4th one just did. That run didn't seem that bad. And actually, even with a penalty, that's going to get him 4th at 22.12. That time is actually pretty fast at 19.16. With only one run to go. Something pretty strong for the Roll Forest. The Pearls, the final run here. 3rd place overall in the standings. It is... so far been a pretty mediocre run for the Pearls. The season's been pretty good for them. Which the marbles kind of go in many different ways. The first 3 marbles finish, it's a pretty far separated run. What will that end in? 12th. That's actually 23.67. Very bad separation, actually. Looking at 3.73 Gs. Really bad there. That will not change. The Galaxy Gliders have 1 team pursuit. Skybuzzers and Blades of Grass will round out the podium. Roll Forest, Cherry Pits, Kirby, so maintaining themselves top half in the pits, or certain sideways. Galaxy Gliders, their first medal of the season, it's a gold. Their 3rd gold in their career. Skybuzzers, another silver. That's going to help them a lot in the standings, so will Blades of Grass help a lot. Blades of Grass up to 7th now. And the Skybuzzers, a 19-point lead. For the Skybuzzers, and the Killer Bees, they move themselves up to 2nd. Mono in 3rd. Pearls in 4th. Cherry Pits are actually going to pretty close to that field, so really, the top 9, really. Soul Ores are Feather Fantastics and the Gold Shards stay in the bottom 2 for now. Title fights are really starting to get close to many teams. That's it for this event. We'll be seeing you in the next B-League events. It'll be fun one,